Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Fad Show. Dominic here. So on today's episode, I'm going to be changing the oil on our 958 Porsche Cayenne 6-speed manual. Actually, I can't even believe that it's been 5,000 miles since we did the last one, because it feels like we just got the car and it feels like just changed the oil on it. But it's due again, I guess, after our trip out to West Texas and back. That was probably about 1,000 miles just in and of itself. So it was a pretty simple job. I guess my transfer case fluid video has gotten quite a few views, so I figured I'd make an oil change video. Maybe, I haven't really looked, there's probably some out there, but anyways, I'll go ahead and make it nevertheless. So really you don't need any special tools for this. The only thing, I guess the one special tool that you might not have is just a 36mm oil filter housing. You can use a 36mm socket if you happen to have one of those. Potentially you could use an adjustable wrench, but it's kind of hard where it's located, so I had to go out and buy this the last time I did it, 36mm oil filter housing socket, because I couldn't get it off with anything else. Actually, also, I am going to be changing oil, but I am going to do one more flush of the transfer case fluid. It has started making like a little bit of vibration again, not nearly as bad when we first got it. It's still immensely better, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this and take a look at that oil and see what it's looking like, and then I'm gonna adjust the periodicity that we do this just based on our first-hand experience with it. Like, if it's gonna be needed every single oil change, then I'll just do every single oil change, but hopefully eventually we'll be able to go every other or something like that, because this fluid is not cheap. It's like $45 for this, whatever, 1 liter of it, which is all it takes. And then as far as the oil goes, I'm using Liquid Moly 5W30, and I used to always try and mix or piece together the oil change kits on my own, as far as getting the part numbers from like one of your mainstream part sites and then searching all around the internet to try and get the best price. But lately I've been like really impressed with FCP Euro. They have a lot of parts in stock. Their website's really easy to use, and they have like the unlimited lifetime warranty on everything. I haven't had to use it yet, but it's nice that they offer it. And then also their shipping is like extremely fast. So lately I've just been buying the kits off of there instead of trying to piece everything together. I'm actually really surprised that just buying the oil change kit, it came with a new drain plug and washer. I was kind of expecting just to get the washer, so that's kind of nice. And then also, it's weird because last time we changed the oil on this car, we got the FCP Euro kit, or maybe we got Pelican parts. I can't remember. That might be the difference. But anyways, it came with there's a little drain plug in the oil filter housing for these cars, because it's in a weird location where when you take it off, you get oil over everything, all over the subframe exhaust. So it makes quite a big mess. So I guess they had these little drain plugs on the oil filter housing, so you can drain the oil out of that, which last time I didn't have to do one of these, and it looked like it was kind of stripped, so I didn't even mess with it. I just took the oil filter housing off and made the mess. So my plan this time was to just put it inside a plastic bag and take it off to contain all the oil, but this, I guess they sent me a new drain plug, so I'll go ahead and maybe try and get that stripped plug out of there, since now I have a replacement. Of course, the one Volkswagen part in the car, as far as the V6 engine, is the one that has a stupid design. But I digress. But anyways, let's get to it. So the first thing I'm going to do to start is just go ahead and remove the skid plate from the bottom, which I think I've done in past videos. And then I don't know where I'll start, if I'll start with the transfer case or the oil, but regardless, let's get to it. The oil drain plug requires a 19mm wrench. Here you can see the location of the oil filter housing and the drain plug for the oil filter housing. My plastic bag method ended up being an extreme failure. Be sure to change out the oil filter housing gasket that comes with your new oil filter, and also be sure to lubricate it with some engine oil before putting it on. The torque spec for the oil drain plug is 22 foot-pounds, and the oil filter housing is 25 Newton meters. The car calls for 6.1 liters of oil. I added 5.5 and then adjusted up from there. Ended up taking a little bit more with the oil filter change. It's pretty cool that Liquid Moly puts these oil service reminders on the corner of their bottles. Hey guys, so that's a wrap on this episode. Overall, it's a pretty easy job to go ahead and change the oil yourself in your 958 Porsche Cayenne V6. You can go ahead and do it, save yourself some money instead of taking it to the dealer or specialty shop. Overall, it's extremely easy. The only real challenge with this is the oil filter drain housing. It's not really challenging, it's just difficult to do without making a mess. I've never been successful in having that drain plug actually work in the filter housing, so maybe that makes it immensely easier. But I'm not really sure. Mine's stripped out. The new one I got, cross started going on, so it's going to be till next time yet again that I get that sorted out. The only other area I realized is kind of a trouble area or somewhere you could trip up is just the the car has to be warm for the electronic oil display to read out in the car, and it seems to lag quite a bit. Like it can make big changes in level, so just be careful. Take 6.1 liters or quarts. I'll look that up. I forget. And but I've added 5.5. I guess it's liters because I use liquid moly. But anyways, I added 5.5 and then adjusted up from there to spec. All right, I hope you guys really liked this video. If you really did, then go ahead and like and subscribe. Stay tuned for next time, where I'll be working on one of my many cars. I'm not really sure which ones. All right, thank you guys. See you next time. Bye.